So how we can debug our application? Here I'm going to show a simple way of doing this, and later we are going to use VS Code for debugging, but just for the sake of learning something from scratch, I'm going to show to you how to do this using just the console or the shell and your browser, okay? So just using Google Chrome and our browser here. So first thing, if I want to run a Node script, probably I would run this way. So Node and the name of the script and etc. So I have just this script here. And one thing that is interesting, if I want to inspect this, I need to node -- inspect, and if I add br key, I will stop in the first line and I can pass the name of my script. And it's nice because we kind of see this message here, and probably you can think, oh, it's not working, but if I open the Google Chrome browser here and use Chrome inspect, I can see here that I have a remote target, and I can click inspect, and now I can see the script that I just created. And it's nice, we can see here, for example, we have a function exports, blah 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 blah. And what is important about this? Because Node, when we create a file, it kind of enclosure this file inside a closure, so it's a self-invoked function. So that's why we have here each line of the file inside this enclosed by a function and being called itself. But the nice thing about this is just this. We can now pass through each line. So I can now see this line and later run again. And if I pass the if I hover the const A here, I can see the value of A, and right now, for example, B, it's undefined. If I pass, B equals 20. If I pass again, C equals 30, A equals 10. So we can start debugging everything that we have here. So we have a lot of information here. So we can use console, we can go inside, for example. So if I'm debugging a model, for example, I can go inside the file using here. So we can just go inside the function. So it's a pretty nice way of trying to understand what is happening inside our code. The other option that we have, and I think it's the most common use, is using console log. So every time that I need to see if something is going on the right way, we can just add, for example, some console logs here. So if I need to check what is the value of A. And another way that we have, we can stop here. Inside VS Code, we have a debugging as well. So I can go on the menu debug and start debugging. So let's start here. And it's the same interface from Google Chrome, but VS Code already have everything in the same place, so we can just pass for the next line, for example. So I can run here right now. Let's see. So I can see here, for example, the value of each. Yeah, here. Now I can see that A is equals 10. So I can pass for the next line. B equals 20. I can go to the next line. C equals 30. Okay, and I can run, and I can see the result here. So we can use this way as well. So it's easier to see in VS Code because it's all integrated. So we don't need to open Google Chrome and etc. So it's easier. And we can do this in Google Chrome too. We can see the whole call stack here too. So we can check if each line that is getting executed. So it's pretty nice. So it's here are some ideas of how we can debug our code using Node. So we are debugging a Node application.